Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Talking about wisdom still again. In chapter 9, it begins with a statement, and we read a little bit of this yesterday. I just want to pick up on the first verse. I don't know how I missed this, but it says this simply, that wisdom has built her house. She's built a house. And the analogy is a good one, because a house is only as strong as its foundation. A house needs to have protection. It needs to have light come into it. It needs to have easy access. But without all the strength of a foundation, everything else means nothing. Here in South Africa, those of you who live close to us know that we've recently gone through some incredibly high winds, totally uncharacteristic. Probably once in 25 to 30 years do we have something like this. I've never seen anything like it. The wind just howled for nearly 2 days, just gusted through here at incredibly high speed. Trees fell over, roofs came off, houses in the community were blown down, and a lot of damage was done. But the truth of the fact that of Jesus' parable in Matthew and also in Luke is simply that the house that was built upon a firm foundation stood strong. Stood strong. We don't have winds like that every day. We don't have them every month. We have them very seldom. But we do know this, that when the house is built upon a strong foundation, bring it on. Bring on the wind. Bring on the rain. That house will stand firm. Now, as you look into your own life and you apply the belief that wisdom is what we say it is a strong foundation, we need to understand, well, what is this foundation? Well, I could preach a number of sermons and thoughts on that one. The first aspect of the foundation is God. There's no one stronger, no one more firm, no one who's not ever going to be moved than God. Build your life upon God, you're going to be good. What about the Word of God, the Bible? And we talk about the Bible and we see how it teaches us and how we find ourselves in a place where we can find everything we need for life and for godly living found in the Scriptures. And I'm going to say that enhances a God foundation. And so there's another aspect of the foundation. But primarily, this foundation is a spiritual one. The fact that we can't see it, the fact that we can't touch it or hold it, it doesn't make it any less real. In fact, the spiritual foundation that our lives are built upon is probably more real than the car you're driving in right now and watching this or listening to this, is more real than the seat that you're sitting in as you listen to what I'm saying. It's real, people. It's a spiritual foundation. And only God can establish that. And when you find for yourself a spiritual foundation for your life, I got to tell you, you can sleep well at night, knowing that no matter what the world throws at you, no matter what disaster or crisis happens, your house is going to stand. The wise thing to do is to build your house upon the rock of who God is, who His Word is, and upon a spiritual foundation. Jesus said that. Now, when Jesus spoke about this, He was speaking in the context of a wise and foolish man. He says a foolish man builds his house on the sand, probably because it's easy, probably because he doesn't have to carry the sand and the water too far. Who would want to carry in the heat of the day sand up a hill and water up a hill and cement up a hill in order to build a house on the rock? Come on, guys, it's much easier just to build your house down here. Water's close, the sand is easy. We can just build it here. And you can. The intriguing thing is that the house that is built on the sand, it looks exactly like the house that's built upon the rock. The only difference is when the test of the storm comes. The house that's built upon the sand, you know what the song says, fell flat. When the storms came down and the rains came down and the storms came up, that house did not last. Didn't last at all. But the house that was built upon the rock lasted and stood the test of the storm. Now, I don't know. Maybe you're going through some tests and some storms right now. Pretty sure you might be. They may not be physical ones in the sense of the wind blowing, but they could also be physical from the sense of your poor health. Or maybe you've got crisis in the family. Maybe the business has taken a knock with all the economic things that are happening around you. These are some of the storms that your life is going to be going through. And if you're going through that, my heart goes out to you, but I'm just urging you, make sure that the house that you have built and taken so much time to build is built upon a firm foundation. Give God your life. Give God your business. Give God your family, and allow Him to be the foundation, the spiritual foundation on which you build your house. Now, that's an incredibly philosophical kind of a concept. It requires you to go away and think about it and to say, how does this apply in the context of my life? How do I do this with purpose and with meaning to make sure I can weather the storms of life and withstand the winds that sometimes blow? I hope you have a good thought about that today. Make sure it's real. Bye-bye, people. See you soon. Bye.